What is going on, YouTube people? Today, a COMC submission video. That's right, our good friends over at COMC sponsoring today's video. And I am sending them a fresh stack of cards. Now, I actually don't know if I am going to send these or not. I'm assuming, I'm going to put a little asterisk next to this, that this video is going to post prior to the National. But with the way news and nonsense has been happening, who knows? But my goal was to get a submission together. I may drop this off in person at the National this week. I'm recording this a couple days before the National. Or I might end up mailing it. And the only reason I might end up mailing it, it's essentially do you want to save? And this is something you should always keep in mind whenever you're doing things like this, where you have the ability to drop off or mail it in. By mailing it in, yes, I have to pay the whatever it'll be, $5 or $8 to ship this thing off. But there's a time aspect of it. I'm recording this video the Saturday before the National, so the earliest I could get it in the mail would be Monday the week of the National. But that means it's going to arrive at COMC headquarters and begin the check-in process well before I could even drop it off at the National. And remember, dropping it off at the National, they then still have to bring it back to Washington, and then they still have to sift through all the submissions that they got and begin the check-in process. Meanwhile, by the time all that happens, mine is already well on its way. So the $6 to $8 that I save in shipping, is that worth it to have the submission loaded up on the platform probably a good 2 weeks earlier? Sometimes in person, though more convenient, is not always necessarily the quickest. Now, if I had high value items in this submission, that would also lean me more towards dropping off. I've done the same with grading before. You know, do you drop off in person or do you ship? And a lot of it comes down to, is there a timeliness of this? And also, what is the value? Do I want to risk an extra step in shipping? With this stuff, yeah, it would suck if the package got lost, but there's nothing crazy expensive in here. We'll kind of talk, and I'll just kind of flip through these. I'm not going to name off every individual card. A lot of this stuff is, once again, I kind of do a clean out of what's laying around. Some of it's from recent Marvel boxes that I've opened. You'll see right off the bat, you see some Topps Chrome stuff from the box I opened this past weekend as well. And I just kind of pile this stuff up, and then every couple months, you know, send something off, just depending on what's going on. Now, on this one, you might be asking, why are you sending a random Andrew McCutcheon card? This is actually a vintage stock numbered to 99. Things like this tend to do pretty decently on the old COMC. Here's a bunch of Fleer Ultra Wolverine. These are mostly the green parallels. These go for a few bucks a piece, which is generally the price point that you want to look for at a minimum, like $1 or $2. Anything less than that, you start to get a little bit cute, and you start flirting with that. You got to remember, I send typically where it's 50 cents to upload. Now, most of these will fall under fresh pulls to some degree or another, but you know, you want to kind of stay around that $1, $2-ish range. Here's some inserts from Fleer Ultra Wolverine. This is a platinum medallion out of 190 or out of 100. Some EXs, some of the random inserts that we hit, a couple numbered cards. We got some short prints in here. Most of all this stuff is anywhere from $1 to $15 on the Wolverine stuff. Here's some more Topps Chrome. These little summertime in the park inserts are probably a risk. I'm only sending the rookie run ones, which I have a Justin Holiday here, and then I think I have one other one in this pile. I'll send off most numbered refractors of a named player. They typically do pretty well on there. Like even this Ohtani, yeah, it's a 27th year Ohtani. It's a 35th anniversary refractor. This is probably like $1 to $3, which is perfectly fine. And once again, this is how I like to use COMC. A lot of people would be perfectly happy listing this card on eBay for $3, standard envelope, and dealing with all that nonsense. I am not willing to do that. I don't have that kind of time. I have a full-time job, plus I'm doing all the YouTube content and just general life. So me just being able to pack this up, just penny sleeve it. If you're curious how to submit to COMC, because every time I do one of these videos, I get this question a lot. I have a whole video Just search COMC, you'll see it was about a month or two ago, literally running through the step-by-step process. It is very easy. But this sort of stuff would just sit on my desk. It'd be $2, and I could easily move it on COMC without having to do anything with it. Pretty much every auto that I pulled and every numbered card from that box, I am sending off, even if it's semi-random. But all this stuff, there's a lot of player collectors out there, and a lot of them go towards COMC to look for their stuff. So I have no problem sending it in. This is another one I'm probably getting a little too cute on. This is the Dominguez rookie strokes. In all honesty, this probably shouldn't get sent, but it ended up in the pile anyway. Base rookies are also a little dangerous game to play with. If these don't get uploaded quick, it's a good way to probably lose about 10 to 20 cents per card. Unless the player is just really, really good. But if it's someone a little bit more, not that Mace Wynn and Jackson Merrill are super fringy, but you get the idea. There's just a lot of undercutting that goes on with the base rookie cards. I got Ellie De La Cruz there. That's not a terrible one to send, but and then once again, some more random Topps Chrome stuff. Now we got some random Bowman things. These are from the Bowman Megas that I opened. We got a Paul Skeens prospect card. We got a couple random autos here. We got some random numbered cards. These, I think, are blues out of 175 on some of these players. We got a pink Langford out of 299 Mojo Refractor. Just some general odds and ends of stuff. Once again, trying to stay away from straight just base cards as much as possible. Some of this stuff is things I had laying around that I forgot that I had. Some numbered cards from Marvel Allegiance that probably should have been sent in a long time ago. Some random NBA stuff that I found laying around. Once again, some random Marvel stuff from some box openings. Basically what happens is I rip all this stuff and then it ends up in random piles on my desk, especially this one, the $3 stuff. And then I just forget about it and lose track of it. Here's some stuff from Top Series 1 that probably should have went a long time ago. This is a Mother's Day pink. That's why it's just, why are you sending a random James McCann card? Because this is numbered out of 50. That's why. And something like that will go for a couple bucks on COMC. Some Junior Camaneros, who still has not been called up yet. Francisco Alvarez is a black parallel. A little Bryson Stott action. Once again, more numbered stuff. This Brooks Robinson is a gold to 50. Probably worth a couple bucks. Ohtani stuff generally does well. Game use patch stuff does pretty well. Like this Jordan Westburg will probably go for a couple bucks. These All-Stars, once again, player collectors like these, especially in their uniforms. Probably not a huge card. Probably a couple of bucks. Just a few random refractors. Some more stuff from Marvel Flair for some recent box openings. A couple random Bowman firsts to some guys at Dylan Cruz Chrome. We got a random Caitlin Clark. Cooper Pratt out of 99. And then some stuff from Flair and She-Hulk. It's out of 299, that Hulk card. That She-Hulk card is numbered. This Bryce Elder card is numbered. And then we got the box hit from the She-Hulk box. So I'll take all these, stick them in a probably about 100 count box, give or take, maybe a 200 count box, only because the Fleer Ultra Wolverine cards are a little bit thicker. All you got to do is sit down and count them up, nice and easy, put them in the box, slap a label on it, and off she goes. So like I said, I'll box these up, and then I'll make a determination here over the next couple days if I'm going to ship them or drop them off in person. Honestly, my lean is probably just to ship them. As convenient as it is just to drop off in person, I think on a lot of this stuff, I want to try to beat the line, especially on that Topps Chrome and some of that other stuff to get it on the site a little bit quicker, because a lot of other people are going to have the same idea. I'll just drop these off at the National. Now, if I had a boatload of cards, like some huge box, I would drop something like that off where the shipping price didn't make sense to send it off. This won't be that expensive to ship, probably about $6 or $7. So that's all I got for you, boys and girls. If you're not, go check out the old comc.com. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. We will catch you on the next one. Peace.